Nicely done, Chris. Okay, it's a minute two, so let's take out the sloop. The sloop. I know it's another rumba kind of thing, but the sloop, John Dean. The sloop. Al, your best Tijuana trumpet sound on this, okay? In four. there's our signal. Alberta. Fanfare and processional. O Canada, E flat tempo to start O Canada, Allison. On the left-hand side, Alberta. Fanfare and processional. Tempo at the beginning? Tempo at the beginning of this? No, Alberta. Oh, Alberta. I'm sorry. I'm so now it's tempo. Fanfare and processional.
Whatsoever things are true, a promise made here at the University of Alberta over 100 years ago. Today we are gathered to celebrate this commitment to ourselves and to our community. We celebrate with all those who leave here today with their degrees. May you continue to seek truth. May you continue to serve in our global home. May you continue to grow in wisdom and understanding. And may you continue to uphold the university's values of integrity, freedom, and equality and dignity of all persons to create a community filled with promise for the future and goodwill toward all. Please be seated. Welcome to the University of Alberta. My name is Doug Stollery. I have the privilege of serving as Chancellor of the University and conferring all of your degrees today. The University of Alberta acknowledges that we are located on Treaty 6 territory and respects the histories, languages, and cultures of First Nations, Métis, Inuit, and all First Peoples of Canada, whose presence continues to enrich our vibrant community. On behalf of the entire university community, I am delighted to welcome you to this convocation. Graduates, we're very pleased that so many of your friends and family members could join us to celebrate your degrees. As you participate in today's ceremony, you are walking in the footsteps of many generations of scholars. Today's formal opening procession to the stage, led by our Chief Marshal and the University Mace, originates in the procession of the Guild of Teachers. Such guilds in past centuries were dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge. Individuals moved from apprentice to master to teacher, assuming increasing responsibilities for learning and leadership in society. The many different academic gowns, hoods, and caps here on stage today reflect centuries of university tradition. As Chancellor, I wear our University of Alberta colors of green and gold. The different colors of your own faculty hoods signify to everyone here and to our society the degree that you have earned. Your caps, or Oxford-style mortarboards, may be considered a symbol of the scholar's independence and freedom. Today, we are all here to celebrate your freedom and to recognize your new leadership roles in our community. We will hear from a member of our Board of Governors and our university president. We will also hear from Ms. Ezia Dujin, who has accepted our invitation to receive an honorary doctorate of letters, our university's highest honor. An honorary degree recognizes inspiring role models and leaders, celebrating extraordinary achievements or remarkable service to our society. Following the presentation of the honorary degree, we will begin with the recognition of your degrees. One of our deans will present you on behalf of the faculties, and our president will guide you through your pledge to pursue the encouragement of learning and the public good. It will then be my great honor to admit you to your degrees and confer upon you all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities that come with being a university graduate. Then it will be your turn up here with us. Each of you will cross the stage as your name is called. For everyone here, that will be the most important part of our ceremony. Your degree will be conferred as I congratulate you and we meet each other on stage. So a word of advice, since your degree is conferred when you greet the Chancellor, it's important to remember to stop and greet the Chancellor. That moment will bind you and the University of Alberta together for all time. President and Vice Chancellor Dr. David Turpin and the member of our Board of Governors, Mr. Kirk MacLeod, join me in recognizing Elder Betty Latendre, who is here today to extend a special recognition to Indigenous members of our learning community. Distinguished guests on the Convocation stage also include a number of community leaders and members of our Academy. I'm very pleased that deans and professors from our faculties of Graduate Studies and Research, Law, and Arts are here to congratulate each graduate as you cross the stage. We're all here to welcome you to our University of Alberta alumni family. I hope you enjoy the day. I'd like to start by inviting greetings from a member of our University Board of Governors, Mr. Kirk MacLeod.
Eminent Chancellor, Mr. Douglas Stollery, President, Dr. David Turpin, distinguished guests, graduands, families, and friends. I am pleased to be here today on behalf of the Board of Governors to bring the board's greetings and congratulations. Today is a day of celebration where the entire university community, along with your family and friends, gather to celebrate you, the graduating class of 2019. It is also a day to celebrate the university. Through its mission to promote the public good, the University of Alberta successfully provided the academic resources that will continue to support your engagement with issues and opportunities of 2019 and beyond. Collectively and cooperatively, each of you will be the generation that moves us forwards in the arts, in the economy, in knowledge, discovery, and research. You've changed, transformed over your years at the University of Alberta. Those of us on stage and your friends and families in the auditorium see you moving into the broader community that respects, embraces, nurtures, and celebrates the diversity of our society. You are the kind of citizens who will share your knowledge, understanding, thoughtfulness, and skills that are the foundations of a civil society. Competent, giving, ethical, and engaged today and tomorrow. Congratulations to you, your friends, families, and supporters. Be proud, savor your success. Enjoy today, and we wish you the very best for the future.
It's now my pleasure to invite Dr. David Turpin, the President of the University of Alberta, to address Convocation.
Eminent Chancellor, distinguished guests, members of the Academy, staff, family, friends, and especially you, our graduates. Congratulations and well done. A few years ago, you set a goal, and through hard work and dedication, you've achieved it. If we've done our job well, it hasn't been easy, and you've had to do maybe just a little bit more than you expected. But that's a big part of the point. The degree you take home today is a testament to others. It tells them that you can set goals and meet them. Even more importantly, your degree tells you that you have the skills and ability to succeed. Now, as we all know, universities are great at helping you set goals. We set out very clearly at the beginning of your degree what credits you'll need, which required courses, and so on. Professors give out syllabi at the beginning of each course, outlining the assignments and the deadlines. And most of the time, we don't change that plan. The map to the finish line is pretty clear. Having that map is important if we're talking about earning a degree or a credential. But the reality is, life generally doesn't work that way. The truth is, your future is now unmapped territory. Plans will be made and goals set, and no doubt you will achieve many of them. But you will also sometimes fail or run into insurmountable barriers. You may find it takes much longer than expected to find the right job or feel like you found your niche. The opportunities and offers that do come along may not make immediate sense in terms of your long-term goals, but moving forward will mean that you need to adapt. So today, just when we are celebrating the achievement and benefits of reaching a major goal, I want to encourage you to focus less on having a definitive future goal and instead remind yourself to be open to detours and changes in destination. To those of you who are getting just a little tired of hearing the question, so what next? I want to assure you that that's okay. Now, parents, stay with me just for a moment. I'm really not suggesting that your child embrace a future of listless misdirection. Instead, I think it's worth noting that it's often only in retrospect that we can see how all of the smaller choices we make in life add up to a coherent whole. Let me give you an example. Like so many of you, over the past 7 years, my wife Shuramithra and I have watched 7 seasons of Game of Thrones. Last winter, at our remote cabin, when the rain just would not stop, we binge-watched them all over again. Now, I can tell you it makes a whole lot more sense second time through because we knew where all those twists and turns were going to end. But please, no spoilers. Season 8 will have to wait until next winter. And as we all know, winter is coming. My point is that in hindsight, each of our lives makes much more sense than they do as we live them. It's easy for me to see now how I moved from an undergraduate degree in biology to my being here behind this podium. But I can tell you that when I finished my undergraduate studies, I had no idea where I would end up. I only knew that I had a passion for the ocean, and I wanted to learn as much about it as I could. I never imagined becoming a professor. And then once I became a professor, I didn't have a clue that one day I would be a dean or a university president. All of these things happened because when opportunities came along, I opened myself to the possibilities. I listened to others to understand why they thought the opportunity might suit me. I asked if I would learn something from it. Would I be able to make a meaningful contribution? And thanks to these unexpected detours, I came to see myself differently. And the goals I thought I had were gradually refined into something I never could have imagined. What has remained constant are 3 fundamental lessons I learned early on in my life from teachers and mentors. The first is to always strive for excellence. Do not accept good enough when you know you are capable of doing better. In other words, always work hard, seek to make a contribution, and make whatever workplace you are a part of better for you being there. The second is to take care of the people around you. As a young scuba diving instructor, I learned right away that my actions could mean the difference between life and death for my students. No matter our role, we have a duty to care for one another and do our utmost to make life better for others. And the third and most important is to know your values, those principles and standards that you use to judge what is most important in life. When I look back on my life, I see lots of detours and changes in destination. But running through it all are the values that have guided me and helped me make decisions large and small. Human beings like predictability and order. Yet we risk speeding our way to total predictability with various algorithms, reading our preferences, and limiting our choices to what we already know we like, while ignoring those things that we may, in fact, grow to love. All of this predictability can cut off a vast array of opportunities and rob us of our creativity. Having to adapt, to make imaginative leaps, to learn something new, these are skills that you already have and our world needs badly. We face serious and important challenges, and we need your leadership to help our communities adapt. We need all of you to help all of us to change direction and create new plans and new goals that will reshape our collective future. So when you consider your future, draw your map with a pencil and carry along an eraser. Be open to changes in direction. Take some risks. Focus more on the values that guide your journey rather than on the final goal. Those values will help you to decide which opportunity or detour is worth taking and where you have something to contribute. Finally, look to the person on your right and to your left, to those in front and in the auditorium behind you, and be aware that you are part of a community that walks with you. Sometimes we will share your goal. At others, we will help you see another path. And sometimes you will lead the rest of us. You now join a vibrant community of more than 290,000 University of Alberta alumni who, like you, have and will continue to do all they can to make their communities, near and far, better for all. So to each and every one of you, congratulations. And we look forward with great anticipation to all your future accomplishments. Thank you and congratulations.
Knowledge shall not be the concern of scholars alone. The uplifting of the whole people shall be its final goal.
They inspire us all with their brilliance, creative force, and fervent desire to make the world a better place.
I accept in the name of our poor people.
Dream your dreams. It is possible to have a new kind of world.
Those who receive an honorary degree from the University of Alberta set the highest standards of dedication and excellence for students and for society at large.
It is a good day to be you.
Remember who you are. Remember where you come from.
And while their backgrounds and fields of endeavor vary widely, all are exceptional.
Maybe it's best if I just speak from the heart.
I will remember you. Will you remember me?
We face today a clash of ignorances.
You are who make the history. You are who create the future.
U of A honorary degree recipients embody the university's vision to inspire the human spirit through outstanding achievements in learning, discovery, and citizenship in a creative community.
Your generation will be called upon to balance what is now moving quickly to a tipping point.
I think we are now in the threshold of a new beginning.
It is a spirit that is building one of the world's great universities for the public good.
It is your attitude that will sustain you. It is not what happens to you, it is what you do with it.
Go out and not simply change the world, go out and save the world. That is what I would seek you to do.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of the University of Alberta, it is my privilege to introduce Essie Edugan for the honorary degree of Doctor of Letters, our institution's highest honor. Essie Edugan has emerged as one of Canada's foremost authors over a remarkably short time. Through her exploration of Black migration and the struggle for respect in predominantly white cultures, she has made an indelible mark on Canadian literature. In the words of a fellow writer, Jacqueline Baker, "There is no agenda here but the creation of art. The rest arises organically from the excellence of her storytelling, imagination, and vision." Miss O'Diogan's first novel, The Second Life of Samuel Tyne, was set in the Amber Valley, Alberta, and was shortlisted for the Hertzton Wright Legacy Award in 2005. Her second novel, Half-Blood Blues, won the Giller Prize and was shortlisted for the Man Booker Prize, Rogers Writers Trust Fiction Prize, Governor General's Award, and Women's Prize for Fiction. Her third novel, Washington Black, 2018, was shortlisted for the 2019 Andrew Carnegie Medal for Excellence in Fiction, Los Angeles Times Book Prize, and Rogers Writers Trust Fiction Prize. Washington Black also won the Giller Prize, making Miss O'Diogan only the third writer to win the award twice. In the words of publisher Patrick Crean, no other writer has won the Giller Prize with back-to-back novels, both written before she turned 40. Her use of language and the way she deploys her sentences is remarkable. Every word, phrase, and sentence are on the page because they matter. Nothing is wasted. There is an extraordinary intelligence at work in her fiction. Miss O'Diogan's writing delves deeply into our shared humanity, encouraging us to consider and then reconsider our understanding of friendship, family, belonging, and home. She has traveled widely, holding fellowships in the United States, Scotland, Iceland, Germany, Hungary, Finland, Spain, and Belgium. Today, we celebrate a gifted author who has firmly established her international reputation, and we honor a unique and compelling voice in Canadian literature. Eminent Chancellor, with great respect, I present Essie O'Diogan.
Essie O'Diogan, in recognition of enduring contributions to Canadian literature, I desire to confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Letters, and to express the hope that we shall continue to be enriched by your wise counsel for many years to come. Congratulations. I'll take this.
Chancellor, President, faculty, distinguished guests, eternally supportive family and friends, and finally, to each of you, the incredible, hardworking, and ambitious graduates of the class of 2019, congratulations. What an achievement. It's such an honor for me to stand here addressing you today. So I'd like to begin by telling you a story. In the spring of 2012, I took a trip into the snowbound hills west of Beijing to see the Great Wall. I was a guest at a literary festival, and the organizers had planned this special excursion for the foreign writers. Like some of you, I'd yet to see much of the world, and this opportunity struck me as the chance of a lifetime. It turned out, however, that I was nearly alone in my thinking. Only 2 of us signed up to go. My fellow traveler was a novelist from Jerusalem, and as we arrived, climbing into the glass lift that would carry us through an empty sky to the wall, above trees black as night water, he began to tell me stories. He was a wonderful storyteller, with a strange lilt to his phrases and a way of twisting an ending that was constantly surprising. As we landed and began to wend our way up the ancient stone paths, the air bright and cold on our foreheads, he continued to speak, so that everything, the trees, the stones, the thin floss of cloud, felt textured with his voice, as if it were one more feature of the atmosphere. The air had the metallic taste of frost. For hours, we walked the great rock fortifications, its stones purple in places like veins, the labyrinth of its curves stretching into the distant fog. Snow began to fall. This seemed the perfect time to leave. Retracing our steps back to the glass cable car that had first brought us to the wall, we realized that it was nowhere to be found. We tried another exit and discovered that it too was a dead end. It dawned on us suddenly. We were lost. Now, how does one get lost on the Great Wall of China? One would think that on a wall, there's only a forwards and a backwards. I have a famously poor sense of direction, but for both of us to be this confused, it seemed as if there had to be some darker magic at work. To put me at my ease, the novelist began a story about a man the size of a grain of sand who in the end manages to take over the world. So much of that misadventure comes back to me when I find myself thinking of how unscripted life is, how much surprise it holds. I remember vividly the snow clotting on my eyelashes so that I had to blink very deliberately. I remember the helplessness I felt when each new exit proved a dead end. I remember the novelist's story about the tiny man who conquers the world. And I remember the sudden appearance of two dark-haired women at a fork in the path, as if they had been summoned by our desperation. Astonished, we began to gesture that we were lost. They smiled, and speaking quickly in that beautiful language as opaque to me as the snow, one of them brushed flakes of ice from my hair, as the other turned and drew from some hidden canister 2 styrofoam cups steaming with tea. Where she had gotten these, how she had managed to keep the water hot on so cold a day high up in those hills, I do not know. Only that it seemed in that moment that she knew exactly what we needed, and that together with her friend, they felt spectral, like 2 happy ghosts helping travelers stranded on their journey. The unexpectedness of this, the strangeness of it, touched me, and I felt in that hour, in some small way, changed. I tell this story to illuminate the curious moment we now find ourselves in the Academy. Our expectations for what it owes us are high. We feel that universities should present us with the ends, not the means, that students should be guaranteed high-paying jobs upon graduation. And of course, it is important that we should be able to feed ourselves, that our families are properly well provided for, that our children are housed and clothed. But the idea that universities are merely training schools en route to posh jobs entirely misses the point of what an education is and should be, especially one in the humanities. It privileges the destination over the journey. Today, you have graduated, and that is a huge milestone, a moment of great pride. But in taking stock of this moment, I would ask you to think of it as a piece of a larger journey you will take. Think of your life as a grand novel with all its twists and turns. And in this novel, you will sometimes get lost, be left searching and uncertain and scared. You will find that there are days when you have no idea what you're doing. And I want to tell you right now that this bewilderment is only natural and part of the narrative. Some of the choices you make could determine the course of your lives, and the hugeness of that can seem terrifying. But it doesn't have to be, because nothing will turn out as you expect it to. Make peace right now with the idea that your life will not take the exact shape that you seek to force on it. that the route to your achievements will not much resemble what you had imagined. You will get lost. This will be as true in your love lives as in your careers and vocations. The unexpected always wins out, and thank God for that. How boring life would be if the path were fixed. But not only that, our failures in life, those moments when we flub up and stub our toes, are actually our greatest blessings. They are some of the few times when we will be humbled enough to recognize how little we truly know. And they force us to again become students, to open ourselves to being newly astonished. I often joke that had I known how hard the publishing world could be, I would never have started writing. But I know that it is in grappling with my failures, in being criticized in workshops, in having novels rejected, in getting a poor review, that I've grown the most. The story the Israeli novelist told me about the man the size of a grain of sand who ends up all-powerful, it was obviously a metaphor. We are all that man, and within us is the possibility to transform the world, which is to say that your voice matters in the greater dialogue. In fact, it is downright crucial. Speech, utterance, is the beginning of engagement, and engagement is the only means we have to confirm and keep confirming our shared humanity, which can too easily be forgotten, especially in our current climate. What a simple thing it is to shut yourself down, to forget that you are dealing with people who are as hopeful, as grief-filled, as vulnerable as yourself. And this is the work that the arts and the humanities can do, to emphasize and remind us of these human connections. It is surely empathy that is needed now more than anything as we venture forward in our difficult times, which is to say that we need to remind ourselves to seek out the human in others, to remind ourselves of the ways in which our stories are the same, and also all the sad and epic and negligible ways in which they aren't. This is the beginning of understanding. This is the beginning of healing. I want to end with this bit of advice. Make room in your lives for getting lost. Make room for the wonder of new experiences and the fear these can sometimes bring. For that is how true and lasting change happens. Trust that you will see your way through the storm and be open to the unexpected. These are the roads to discovery. Make openness the appreciation of the wrongly set foot, the year gone totally awry, part of the work that you set out to accomplish in this world. Be true to all of your possibilities. I want to congratulate you again on this, your first day of getting lost. Thank you.
Dr. Adujan, thank you for reminding us in profoundly beautiful prose that life is a journey, not a destination, and that a truly meaningful journey involves both getting lost and finding our way. To commemorate this honorary degree, we would now ask that you sign our honor roll. And that makes it official. You are now a member of the University of Alberta class of 2019. Welcome to our family. And now, graduates, it is your turn. As the name of each graduate is called to cross the stage, I will formally admit you to your degrees, and we will have an opportunity to congratulate you. On your journey across the stage, you will also walk past the University of Alberta ceremonial mace. Centuries ago, the mace was a symbol of authority over life and death. Today, this mace represents the life-changing power of knowledge and the importance of our university and our graduates in the community. I look forward to meeting you here on stage.
I invite the candidates for degrees to please rise and follow along on page 5 of the Convocation program. You have a spoken response, so please make sure that you follow along closely. Eminent Chancellor and President, on behalf of the faculties, I present to you these scholars and ask that they be pledged and admitted to the degrees to which they are entitled.
Do you promise faithfully to observe and loyally to maintain the statutes, customs, privileges, and liberties of this your university? Do you solemnly promise to conduct yourself in all things loyally and faithfully to the honor of your university, the encouragement of learning, and the good of your country?
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province and with the consent of this university, I admit you to the degrees to which you are entitled and invest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining to such degrees. I charge you to use them for the uplifting of the whole people, to inspire the human spirit, to serve your community for the public good, and to pursue more steadfastly whatsoever things are true. Please be seated.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Paul Payton, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Law. For the degree of Juris Doctor, recipient of a Horace Harvey Medal in Law, Taylor Michael Thiessen with distinction.
Taylor Thiessen is this year's recipient of the Horace Harvey Medal in Law. This is awarded to the graduating student with the highest academic standing in the Bachelor of Law degree program. It is endowed by the late Horace Harvey, former Chief Justice of Alberta. Taylor has excelled throughout his academic career, receiving a number of awards and accolades, such as the Mr. Justice Morrow Memorial Prize. Taylor has been highly engaged in various extracurricular pursuits, including serving as co-president of the Runnymede Society, a student group aimed at fostering intellectual diversity and enriching students' law school experiences. Upon graduation, Taylor will be completing a clerkship with the Court of Queen's Bench here in Edmonton before finishing his articles and working at Reynolds, Mirth, Richards, and Farmer. Taylor, congratulations. All of those back.
Inez Agovic. Daniel Antonio Alvarado. Edward Guzman Apollonio. Brianna Elise Arcand Kootenay. Faizan Baber. Brendan Daniel Bakowicz. Nolan Andrew Bachman. Carly Marie Baker. Andrew Stephen Bentz with distinction. Richard Martin Bilodeau. Matthew Bo Brayford. Keaton Ty Buckberger. Caitlin Maria Bullerkist. Joseph John Byram. Brian Catalano. Caitlin Serena Cave. Jesse Christiane Fraser Chisholm. Alexandra Teresa Sizlik. Graham Lewis Cook. Emma Olivine Cox. Catherine Muriel Creelman with distinction. Sebastian Crema. Dwight Thomas Dakers with distinction. Andrea Rose Marie de Klerk. James Patrick Dybert. Madison Dawn Dietrich. Barbara Ann Dowker. Daniel Alexander Downey with distinction. Jordan Alexander Dugas. Madison Taylor Lynn Dupuis. Brandon Thomas Dick with distinction. Jeffrey Troy Einhorn. Justin and Ollie Fallou. Jamie Lee Shira Finley with distinction. Lance Friesen. Catherine Jongyun Fu. Nathaniel Timothy Gartke with distinction. Conrad Austin Gibbs with distinction. Jillian Pearl Gore Winther. Bavinjot Kimberly Kaur Gosel with distinction. Caitlin Chantal Goulet. Chad William Graham. Tessa Jean Francis Green with distinction. Rachel Heather Beth Genther. Catherine Marie Hagan. Justin William Hamilton. Megan Blair Harris with distinction. Landon Keith Haynes. Natasha Lee Hepp with distinction. Sarah Shut Mei Hong. Daniel Patrick Howitt with distinction. Zubair Hussein. Maxwell Dylan Jenkins. Gagandeep Kaur Jatu. Taylor Janelle Kemp with distinction. Sonali Kurana. Alyssa Joy Kim. Alexander Dawson Kubich. James Laurier Lavigueur. Richard Stephen Lavigueur with distinction. Claire Chaewon Lee. Janae Marie Lewis. Isabel Joanna Light. Corina Chung-Ying Liu with distinction. Alicia Mary McNeil with distinction. Ryan Jason Ma. Yael Mansour. Shalane Larray Martel. Holly Jennifer Ann McEwen. Bernadette Marie McMecken with distinction. Catherine Marie McVicker. Gilchrist Warren Andrew Michael Michak with distinction. Cohen Alexander Mill with distinction. Melanie Lynn Miro with distinction. Ryan Randall Moore with distinction. Gina Kehoe Murray with distinction. Rochelle Christine Knoppers. Sarah Elizabeth Afredi. Derek Bud Osborne. Alexis Jordan Paliuso. Daria Pankratieva. Dane William Patton. Ellie Pearson. Laura Maria Patricia Parham with distinction. Michael Phillips. Tor Potter. Mark Joseph Puschak with distinction. Jessica Ray Marie Reed. Monique Marie Reed with distinction. Andrew Lee Richards. Scott Stanley Richardson. Carrie Ann Rogers. Paul Marshall Romagnac with distinction. Lydia Rebecca Roseman with distinction. Victoria Magdalena Rudolph with distinction. Carly Lauren Teresa Ryan Jean. Amanda Margaret Sarazin Gould. Richard Andre Schaub. Ryan Seafrid. Joseph Stephen Selman with distinction. Dana Shamlawi. Andrew Skeeth with distinction. Irina Slochu. Kristen Marie Smith. Nathan Alexander Stewart with distinction. Matthew Mikhail Stewart. Heather Judith Stock with distinction. Recipient of a George Bly O'Connor Silver Medal in Law, Leah Judith Strand with distinction. Luke Fraser Price Stretch. Kai Wade Thompson. Jeremy Byron Thompson. Carly Jane Taranchuk. Jeffrey Jehung Tran with distinction. Kayla Trong. Isis Rui Si. Erin Nicole Vanderveen. Amanda Marie Venner. Pascal Francois Vizentin with distinction. Michael Wixon. Daniel Christopher Witten. Jason Kanpu Yao. Bobby Yu Young Ye. Khadisha Zishan. Rania Zibdawi. Michael Wojciech Zielinski. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Leslie Cormack and Professor Deborah Burston, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Arts and the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Andrea Grace Hazenbank. Melissa Sue Haynes. Li Fang Li. Kevin Lee Penner. Shama Rangwala. Brittany Lee Reed. Valérie Hélène Savard. Saliu Ayuwumi Shitu. Joseph Jeffrey Werner. Gabriel Matthew Yannicki.
Eminent Chancellor, for the degree of Master of Arts, Brittany Jill Ball-Snellen. Carl Robert Behrendt. Jocelyn Ann Beyer. Anna Louise Bornick. Tiffany May Campbell. Hamayeli Marabani Maro. Li Ling Nan. Christina Livia Polito. Elizabeth Ann Popiel. Caitlin Elizabeth Purcell. Helena Devi Ramzaroop. Shan Ren. Paula Natalie Torres Peña. Jolti Varsani. Xiao Zheng. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Master of Science, Magdalena Alma Winters Defani. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Leslie Cormack, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Arts. Eminent Chancellor, for the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honors, Darian Taylor Bari with First Class Honors. Jasmine Janet Bojakli with First Class Honors. Elizabeth Redmond Elahoy with First Class Honors. Also receiving today a certificate in international learning, Kiera Marie Addy Farmer with First Class Honors. Megan Jean Galloway. Woo Jun Han. Recipient of a Ruarford Memorial Medal in English, a Sarah Nettie Christie Prize in English, and an Allison White Faculty of Arts Honors Prize, Scott Tristan Jackshaw with First Class Honors. Recipient of an S.W. Field Prize in History, Caitlin Taylor Jolly with First Class Honors. Also receiving today a certificate in international learning, Laura Shannon McLean with First Class Honors. Recipient of an Allison White Faculty of Arts Honors Prize, Hannah Lindsay Rutterham with First Class Honors. Shannon Hilda Louise Schott with First Class Honors. Mariana Suarez Espindola. Colby Claire Stoltzen with First Class Honors. Kristen Effie Sudu with First Class Honors. Stephen Josiah Tiro. Mackenzie Helena Weeb with First Class Honors. Margaret Elizabeth Ann Wilson. Chia Wu with First Class Honors. Recipient of a Duncan Alexander McGibbon Medal in Economics and an Allison White Faculty of Arts Honors Prize, Ahmed Yali with First Class Honors. Kenneth Alexander Zimmer. Eminent Chancellor, for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Cody Abrams. Adwoa Birago Adazi. Also receiving today a certificate in Translation Studies, Sean Allen with distinction. Guoshuan An. Sylvia Alexandra Antoniak with distinction. Jennifer Ann Armstrong with distinction. Jessie Ann Alyn Arsenault. Austin William Watts Aylwin with distinction. Also receiving today a certificate in international learning, Lucas Daniel Bartlett. Jasper Kenneth Barullo. Jonathan Gabriel Bates with distinction. Raisa Nicole Bederal. Diana Benitez. Erica Page Blewett. Caitlin Carmel Von Bobke. Zachary Wayne Boisson. Paige Alexia Bosch. Cole Wilson Bradley. Kimberly Gail Louise Bricker. Also receiving today a certificate in sustainability, Paige Victoria Campbell. Sydney Eleanor Campbell. John Michael Carbon with distinction. Adrian Chook Riddell Chan with distinction. Wing Tung Chan. Donovan Ronald Chang. Mars Wen Hao Chen. Chow Chow Chen. Asha Ibrahim Chiragdin with distinction. Michael Christ with distinction. Also receiving today a certificate in international learning, Kimberly Viola Coleman. Wen Peng Kong. Also receiving today a certificate in computer game development, Loic Y.O. Kramer. Laura Jean Curley. Huey Dang. Zijun Dang. Also receiving today a Bachelor of Education, Danielle Lee Dayton with distinction. Emma Christine DeMuth. Carmen Ioana Diaconu. Qianji Ding. Also receiving today a certificate in international learning, Leslie Devine Donna. Evan Alexander Droshuk. Oluwakanyin-sola, Olusola Moblalane Dosumu. Kayla Doucette. Also receiving today a certificate in sustainability, Hira Downey. Han Chun Du. Brianne Laura Juge. Ryan Lee Dupa. Also receiving today a certificate in international learning, Hilda Chukwumalobi Alueme. Jean Louise Polosco Encenario. Ya Chao Fan. Irina Fedoro, with distinction. Yilang Feng. Camilo Figueroa Conde. Alicia Rayanne Pearl Fredrickson. Amy Nicole Fry, with distinction. Also receiving today a certificate in international learning, Andrea Marie Frick. Also receiving today a certificate in international learning, Teresa Ann Friesen, with distinction. Boya Fu. Umanga Malintha Gamaj. Kanan Amit Kumar Gandhi, with distinction. Xiao Yinggao. Also receiving today a certificate in translation studies, Kasia Garbowska. James William George. Devin Donna Cecile Gozjokol, with distinction. Jeanette Teresa Gerton. Da Fang Guo. Yi Cheng Guo. Solomon Hadramazan, with distinction. Tanner Reed Hamilton, with distinction. Gregory Dane Hansen. Mac Raymond Harding, with distinction. Kathleen Julie Evangeline Henry, with distinction. George Hong. Also receiving a certificate in international learning, Megan Elizabeth Hodgson, with distinction. Liu Hong. Bing Yang Ho, with distinction. Yun Tao Hu. Yun Shi Hu. Ying Huang. Also receiving a certificate in translation studies, Sarah Elizabeth Hunt. Gregory Michael Huvenars. Vincent Lee Hun. Valentina Isasa Patarojo. Emma Jackson, with distinction. Sabrina Kaur Jagpal. Dandy Jin. Paul Christopher Joseph Johnson. Alex Philip Rodney Johnston. Lauren Jean Jordan. Awatef Kabara, with distinction. Recipient of a Prairie History Medal, Dana Renee Canerva, with distinction. Yukong Kang. Also receiving a certificate in translation studies, Niabi Rebecca Kapoor. Also receiving a certificate in international learning, Sultanat Kudaibergenova. Also receiving a certificate in international learning, Christina Kim. Hannah Kirchenbauer with distinction. Kyla Morgan Kirker with distinction. Megan Alexandra Clack with distinction. The recipient of an anthropology graduating scholarship, Danielle Rayanne Klatchuk with distinction. Also receiving a certificate in interdisciplinary leadership studies, Xavier Marcus Kolodnicki. Also celebrating his birthday today, Jonah Elias Condro with distinction. Aurora Day Kanjolka. Jang-eun Koo. Graham Andrew Kowalchuk. Paige Meredith Kruger. Brandy Leah Kieber. Rigvi Kumar with distinction. Also receiving a certificate in translation studies, John Stephen Edward Kunicki with distinction. Ashley Yi Tang Kwan. Samuel Jack Hay Lam. Lindy Dale Lorson Williams with distinction. Ravan Nicole Ashley Laude. Tina Lee with distinction. Yoonghee Lee. Nina Mallet Legacy with distinction. Fu Rong Lei. Jing Lei. Curtis Wei Sum Lee. Si Luo Lee. Also receiving a certificate in international learning, Si Hok Lee. Xiaozhuang Li. Xingyi Li. Yu Li. Xiaotong Liang with distinction. Monica Martha Lillo. Doug Young Rachel Lim with distinction. Daisy Yun Lin with distinction. Na Liu. Wen Xuan Liu. Yi Qi Liu. Yu Jie Lo. Jiamin Lu. Haley Nicole Ludick. Qianju Ma. Ziqi Ma. Hussam Ahmed Mawiya. Kaya Willow McLeod. Hannah Danielle Marie Marchildon. Also receiving a certificate in global citizenship, Alexandra Martin with distinction. Mia Mayo with distinction. Megan McCaskill with distinction. Also receiving a Bachelor of Education, Kendall Violet Melrose. Also receiving a certificate in computer game development, Stephen Jared Melvin. Jasmine Irene Wilhelmina Meyer. Sopruchi Mbakurake with distinction. Zhihao Miao. Also receiving a certificate in computer game development, Michaela Lynn Morrow with distinction. Evan James Mudrick. Cassidy Grace Munholland. Nicholas Wolf Neatling. Also receiving a Bachelor of Education, Andrea Kathleen Nent. Vina Trong Nguyen. Also receiving a certificate in Translation Studies, Sarah Katarina Noga with distinction. Vicky Nyendo Noiki. Larissa Julia O'Farrell. Olayinka Olamide Ugonyebi. Cole Ricky Theodore Floyd Omelchenko. Jade Oyo. Eliana Robbins Pappas. Sonic Patel with distinction. Scott Charles Pearson. Stephanie Perrin with distinction. Jessica Peters. Also receiving a certificate in the Economics and Management of Natural Resources, Energy, and the Environment, Emily Christine Pirro with distinction. Helena Alexandra Watts Plain. Oscar Joseph Polashek. Also receiving a certificate in International Learning, Maria Rossi Alexander Popova. Courtney Pook. Shi Jun. Qin Jiahui. Beatrice Anna Quijano Flamand. Alida Rebecca Radke. Paula Bianca Raginden. Manur Raman. Stephen Edward Rates with distinction. Jessa Marie Rebiter. Sarah Dorothy Regier with distinction. Stephen Reith with distinction. Jordan Evan Allen Reamer with distinction. Casalina Marie Robertson. Evelyn Ruth Redford Rollins with distinction. Tyler John Romaniuk. Also receiving a certificate in the Economics and Management of Natural Resources, Energy, and the Environment, Ryan James Sander. Roxanne Nicole Sather with distinction. Leah Marie Schmidt. Nicole Maria Salito. Casey Francine Sepnio. Also receiving a certificate in international learning, Kimberly Dawn Shaver. Also receiving a certificate in international learning, Elizabeth Marie Schenner with distinction. Ruinan Shi. Stephen William Shuttle. Also receiving a certificate in international learning, Julia Louise Sieben with distinction. Also receiving a certificate in the Economics and Management of Natural Resources, Energy, and the Environment, Morrigan Ferris Simpson Marin with distinction. Nicholas Amadeus Shenitsky with distinction. Fiona Muriel Sinclair with distinction. Bradley James Vincent Smith. Paul Henry Smolik. Amika Kaur Sran. Madison Mariah Sterling. Josephine Su. Yisheng Su. Wei Shu Sun. Yu Sun. Dixon Sun Chiu Sito with distinction. Yi Jia Tang. Kendra Lynn Patricia Tebb with distinction. Also receiving a certificate in international learning, Emma Christine Tessier with distinction. Sean Elliott Thagard. Kristen Julianne Thomas with distinction. Kara Christine Taves with distinction. Joshua James Tokarski with distinction. Also receiving a certificate in international learning, Victoria Danielle Tunney. Logan Mo Van Horn. Catherine Margaret Walker with distinction. Qian Wan. Zhenji Wang. Hui Wang. Jiangxin Wang. Jie Wang. Luning Wang. Wei Jia Wang. Wenshuan Wang. Zihao Wang. Zichao Wang. Ziqi Wang. Ziyang Wang. Kirsten Nichelle Wasylenchuk. Gregory Joseph Watmo. Abigail Jane Weeks. Bo Sheng Wen. Shannon Louise Wilcox. Jonathan Taylor Wilson. Kaz Wong. Phoebe Bernadette Wu Benson. Tianze Wu. Xiaotong Wu. Hongshuan Shi. Simin Xiang. Yu Jia Shao. Cheng Han Yang. Hao Yang. Ji Ziyang. Min Yang. Bill Yang. Xin Tong Yao. Irva Hilal Ilma. Yu Yi Yo with distinction. Shui Fang Yu. Kai Zhang. Si Yao Zheng with distinction. Kan Zheng. Junyan Zhang. Shuo Yuan Zhang. Tong Tong Zhang. Wen Ting Zhang. Xing Zhao. Zuwei Zhao. Yao Wen Zheng. Mu Nanju. Jian Yuanzhu. Chen Shi Zhuang. Ying Jun Zhuo. Emily Jada Reed Zilkins. Mikola Angelina Zubrecki.
Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts in Art and Design, Chelsea Elaine Campbell with distinction. Ashley May Harrington. Clifford Gordon Humphrey. Leah Monique Lawton. Blake Lee. Tara Nicole Manyfingers. Veronica Jane McGinnis. Rosanna Joy Ney. Mackenzie Faith Whittington with distinction. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Design, Zachary Cole Broderick Billard. Receiving a Bachelor of Design and a Certificate in Community Engagement and Service Learning, Sarah Catherine Boulos. Matthew Alexander Brownoff. Christy Lisseth Campos. Stefania Carbonio. Eric Champagne. Victor Hall Chi with distinction. Joshua Mendoza Cura. Daniel Julian Damer with distinction. Patrick Peter Daw. Madeline Fong. Lisa Ha. He Zahao. Tess Erin Heinrichs. Ruslan Samuel Hetu with distinction. Peter Keo Kosterman. Receiving a Bachelor of Design and a Certificate in Interdisciplinary Leadership Studies, Kiandra Nadine Lucky with distinction. Gabrielle Olivia Lucier. Daniel Marie Macbeth with distinction. Andres Palomino with distinction. Giuliano Michele Palladino. Jonathan Tero Pape. Jeremy de Guzman Temeta. Rebecca Kira Lee Stasiak. Cody Benjamin Wesley with distinction. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts in Drama, Helen Astatke Belia with distinction. And I believe that was Belai. Pardon me, Helen. Tristan Alexander Fair with distinction. Andrea Yvette Handal Rivera with distinction. Recipient of a Catherine MacLean Scholarship in Arts, Lauren Marie Hughes with distinction. Lauren Nicole McCarthy with distinction. Linda Bianca Pang Mullen. Lila Kai Ray Crofton with distinction. And Diego Alejandro Stredel with distinction.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculties, I present to you the remaining scholars whose names appear in the Convocation program, but who are not in attendance.
Well, graduates, you've made it. You are now officially on the other side Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2019. Well, grads, now it's your turn. I'm going to ask you to stand up and turn around and get everyone's attention. Let's give the people who have supported you through all of this, your parents and siblings, your grandparents, your spouses, your children, your friends, let's turn around and say thank you. Today is truly a proud day for them and for the University of Alberta. In fact, in total, we're graduating 6,890 students at convocation ceremonies this spring. So now that I've got you all back with us, it's time to turn our attention to the final part of today's ceremony. Before you are formally welcomed into the University of Alberta Alumni Association, I invite you to watch the screens for the presentation of a special video montage. The song that accompanies the video, Je te retrouve, or I Remember You, was commissioned by Campus Saint-Jean in 2008 in honor of the University of Alberta's centenary. It captures the hopefulness and potential of days spent at the university and hopefully sparks your own memories of your years here. The song is also a display of many U of A talents. It was composed by Professor Emeritus and honorary degree recipient Dr. Franz Lavoisier-Ouimet, and arranged by U of A alumnus Dr. Alan Bevan. The recording is performed by Chorale Saint-Jean under the direction of Laurier Fagnan. Please enjoy.
Eminent Chancellor, thank you, merci. To the 2019 graduating class, congratulations and welcome. My name is Tyler Hansen, and I graduated from the University of Alberta in 2000, and it is my honor to congratulate you on becoming a University of Alberta alumnus and to officially welcome you to our alumni family. You are joining a proud and inspired group of graduates committed to each other's success and committed to building the University of Alberta into one of the world's great universities for the public good. I call upon you to stay connected with each other, with other alumni, and with our university throughout your lifetime. We will be there for you, for each other, and for our university. I also call upon you to go out from this place and be inspired by the promise and challenge of our alumni to do great things. Our alumni have done great things in the past, and now it is your turn. Great things are actions big and small. They can take place anywhere, anytime. They support other alumni, the university, and our society. And they come from using the knowledge and talents you have gained here for the betterment of yourselves and others. Congratulations and best wishes in all your future endeavors. And now, please turn your attention to the screen.
No matter what your story, where you came from, what it took to get here, at this place, you were welcomed. You became part of our family. At this place, you inherited a spirit of innovation, of action, of coming together to uplift the whole people. Our school and our spirit have grown, but we still learn, innovate, lead, solve problems, take action. We raise up our communities, and we help others succeed. We are University of Alberta alumni, and for more than a century, we have come together and carved a new trail for those who follow. Together, we are stronger. Together, we shine brighter. Together, from this place into the world. Together, we have and we will do great things.
In closing, I'd like to offer a few words of thanks. Dr. Estia Dujan, thank you once again for sharing your story and your wisdom with our university family. You are an inspiring example of leadership, service, and accomplishment, and in accepting this honorary degree, you bring great honor to the University of Alberta. I also wish to thank our talented vocalist, Ms. Kaylee Henbest, and our outstanding Convocation band under the direction of Dr. Thomas Dust. And I wish to acknowledge the hard work of the staff of the Office of the Registrar and the Office of the Senate for their organization of today's convocation. I'm pleased to invite everyone to join us in the main floor and first balcony lobbies for refreshments and conversation. Finally, to our graduates, congratulations for all that you have accomplished leading up to the conferral of your degree. Today is an important milestone in a journey of lifelong learning. Your education here will open new horizons for you and for our entire community. Wherever your dreams may take you, I invite you to remain close to your alma mater, the University of Alberta. One final thought. As you contemplate your future, I encourage you to remember that of all the things that you may do, of all the successes that you may achieve, nothing is more important than the kindness you show to others. Congratulations.
Hosts of freedom.